President Trump will address the nation tonight in the joint session of Congress. It comes against the backdrop of the uncertainty created by those new tariffs. Scripps News Group national correspondent Katie Tubman looked into what some of these changes could mean. She's joining us live in New York tonight. Katie.
Diane, the stock market plunged as President Trump's tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China went into effect. Those, along with retaliatory tariffs already announced by China and Canada and likely soon by Mexico, are putting even higher prices on the horizon.
Economic uncertainty is gripping the nation.
Uncertainty is really spread across businesses and households because we don't know how much things are going to cost in the future.
Caleb Silver is the editor-in-chief of Investopedia.
All of that's going to lead to an economic slowdown. The question is how deep and for how long?
The stock market is in the red for 10 straight days, and tariffs are officially in place. Economic warning signs with ripple effects.
Eventually, there's a breaking point there where the economy slows and businesses have to pull back, or we need new policy to adjust pricing.
Adding to growing concerns about inflation, some major retailers, including Target and Best Buy, already announcing price increases, citing cost of products that come from Mexico, China, and Canada.
Supply chains are things that are oftentimes have been put in place for years or decades. So what we find is these are decisions that can't happen quickly for companies.
Bob Carpenter is the president of GS1 US, a nonprofit that creates data, transparency, and standards for supply chains globally. Carpenter said a lot of conversations for companies importing products is nearshoring, keeping supplies closer to their destination.
But some of the challenges around nearshoring is really the constraints in infrastructure.
A cost the American Society of Civil Engineers puts at $1.4 trillion. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump's economic approval ratings are sliding. According to a February Gallup poll, 54% of Americans disapprove of President Trump's economic stewardship. And a Reuters poll last week shows only 30% of people think the national economy is going in the right direction.
Now, there is a case to be made in favor of tariffs, including balancing trade and supporting American manufacturers. But experts worry that the real question is how long can consumers pay higher prices, especially those who are still reeling from inflation.